What is going on, lovely people of YouTube? I am back again with another video. In today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to create a farm account in Call of Dragons for brand new beginners. Let's get into it. Farm accounts are very important in Call of Dragons, especially if you are a free-to-play player or a low spender. First of all, what is a farm account? A farm account is basically a second city that you build the same way you built your main account, and then use that second city to send resources to your main account. You can have as many farm accounts as you want. You can just create new cities and then build them and use them to send resources to your main account. To send resources to your main account from your farm account, you make sure you bring your farm account into the alliance of your main account, and then you can send the resources. Now let me demonstrate just simply. For example, let's say this is my farm account, and then this is my main account. To send the resources from my farm account, I log into my farm account and then click on my main account and hit the assistance. From this window, I can send some resources to my main account. This is the easiest way for you to grow in this game if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Now in Call of Dragons, you can only send 3 types of resources. You can send the gold, you can send the wood, and you can send the stones. You cannot send mana. Mana is a premium resource that you cannot send, even gems. Building a farm account is gonna help you grow significantly, and there is no limit to how many farm accounts you can build. If you can manage them all, then you can build as many as you want. For example, let's say this is my main city, this is my farm account, and this is my second farm account. I will just log into these accounts back and forth and just send the resources to my main account by hitting the assistance. The amount that you send here is going to vary based on the storehouse capacity. That's something we're going to talk about a little bit later. Now that we're done with the simple mechanics of a farm account, let me show you how you can create a farm account in Call of Dragons. Before we get started, let's talk about the early access days of this game. When this game first came out in the early access, the game developers allowed us to create 2 farm accounts. They allowed us to create 2 accounts with the same email on the same server. That caused a lot of overcrowding, and the game developers decided to remove that feature from the game. Now you can only create one account in one server. I'm going to show you how to create a farm account in 2 different ways. You're going to have to decide which one is going to be the best for you. Before you create a farm account, you should find out the location of your main account. Therefore, you hit your profile, you go to the settings, you go to the account/characters, and then find out the server of your main account. Once you find out the server of your main account, you can then log in with a different email and create another account in the same server as your main account. So how are you going to do that? Gonna go back to the beginning again. You click your profile, you hit the settings, and then you go account and characters. Now once you're here, you go to the account. This screen is going to allow you to do a bunch of different stuff. You can see all the different ways you logged into the game. To create a farm account, you're gonna go switch account and then log in with an email that is different from the one you have for your main account. This is the first way to create a farm account. You go to the switch account area, you log in with a different email that is not the same with your main email. Now the game is gonna allow you to play again. So you're gonna start from scratch. Now when you start from scratch, you're gonna build like a new city. While you're building a new city, the game is gonna put you in the earliest server. So just continue with the game, follow the stories. Once you finish, if you get the option to create another farm account, you stop playing on the account that the game gave you. Immediately come back to this screen, go create new character, and then go to the server that your main account is located. Like in my case, my main account is over here. Therefore, I will click here and then create a new account with the new email. I'm gonna have 2 accounts in the same server. Now I'm gonna log in pretty much every day back and forth. Just come here, switch account, and then build your farm account. Once you build your farm account, you can use it to send resources to your main account. Now let me show you the second way you can create a farm account in the game. It's a little bit better, but it's gonna cost you. All you have to do is go to your Augustone and then hit the season, go to the season rewards. Wait when season 1 is about to end. You're gonna see all the servers that are going to merge into the new season. Now all the servers will be written here. Once you see that, all you have to do is go back over here to your screen and then go to the settings, hit the account characters, go create new, and then create an account in a server that's gonna merge with your main account. That way when the merging comes around, you just bring both your accounts in the same server. This is going to allow you to do it with just one email. It's a little bit better than the other one where you have to switch your email. But for this system to work, you're gonna have to do it all the way in season 2. If you want a farm account right away, you're gonna have to use the first method where you gotta switch account and then create a new email to create a new account. But if you wanna wait like in season 2, you can just see which servers are gonna merge and then go create new character, create an account in a server before they merge. And then when they merge, you can have all your account in the same server. That is how you build the farm account in the game. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, let us talk about one important thing about farm accounts as well. There is this building known as the storehouse. The storehouse is going to protect some resources from your farm account, and you have to be very careful about this. When you upgrade your farm account, try not to upgrade your storehouse because it's going to change the resource storage rate, it will change the base storage rate, and kind of make it a little bit difficult to send more resources. But you should be able to get away. Now when I click on this icon, it can show me all the resources that is protected, and then the unprotected resources are the ones that I can send to my main account. So let's say for example someone attacks your city, they will take the unprotected resources and you will remain with the protected one. Also when you're sending resources, the unprotected ones are the only ones that can be sent to your main account. You have to keep that in mind. Let's talk about which faction you should pick for your farm account and how you can go about building your farm account. As of right now, there are 3 factions in Call of Dragons: Spring Warden, League of Order, and then the Wilderbeg. If you are building a farm account, you should immediately pick the Wilderbeg faction. You pick the Wilderbeg faction because you want your starting hero to be Bakar. When you get Bakar, he is going to defend your city better than anybody else. That's the reason you pick the Wilderbeg faction first. Once you've picked the faction and you've reached level 13 in the game, you can then switch to the League of Order. By that time, you already have Bakar and he is at a good level. He can defend your city and chase people away. Those who want to like attack your city, when you have Bakar, they are going to be afraid. Now when you switch to the League of Order, you will get access to the workhorses. Now workhorses are transport units used by the League of Order. They are sturdy, hard-working beasts. Legions composed of workhorses have a higher load capacity when gathering. Now the important thing to take from here is the load capacity. The next thing you want to get from here is going to be the overall gather speed. You're going to get plus 10% gather speed from here. So basically when you start a new account, you go Wilderbeg to get Bakar, get him leveled up as fast as you can, and then switch to the League of Order, and then you get the workhorses and the overall gather speed of 10%. When you are building your farm account, all your speed ups should go towards training the workhorses. The workhorses are usually the easier one to train. Like this one, 1600, only takes a few speed ups to train. So train as many workhorses as you can for your farm account. You should also focus on, let's see, infantry. Infantry can also gather a lot of resources and they can also defend your city with Bakar. Now, as you continue playing on your farm account, you should just hope that one day you unlock Nika and use her as a secondary to defend your city. You can also unlock Garwood and use Garwood and Bakar for your city defense. If you don't have both Nika and Garwood, you can pretty much put anyone as a secondary. It could be Velin, it could be Nico if you have them. You can also put Bakshi if you get him. You can put Emrys as a secondary. Just put any hero that has a good standing as a secondary to your primary. Until the day you get, you get a Nika or you get a Bakar, then you can put them for your city defense. Nobody is gonna try and steal your resources. Another thing you should also do for your farm account is to always make sure your farm account is in a farming alliance. Make sure you join a farming alliance of your main account, and then when it's time to transfer your resources, you just switch back and forth. You bring your farm account to your main account alliance, and then you swap the resources. Then you send your farm account back to the farm and just keep on farming. You keep on doing that and your account is going to grow significantly. When you're building your farm account, you should focus mainly on the gathering heroes. Make sure you level them up and use them to gather a lot of resources for your farm. Now you have Kela, you have Chakcha, you have Ordo, you have Pan over here. You can also get indies from the Dragon Trail. Work on them, use them to gather your resources. Try and get this green finger sickle. It's gonna help you out. It's an excellent artifact for farming. Just build your account like this and you will be good to go. There is one more tip that I can show you for your farm account. If possible, you should click on the scouts, hit the map, and then go to areas that have wonders. Put your farm account near areas that have wonders and use them to gather resources from there. That's gonna help you big time. And also, if you play it smart, all the different wonders have different type of resources. For example, this Witherheath wonder right here is going to give you a lot of wood. If you want a lot of wood, you put your farm account near this Witherheath. I know the Firefly tree also is going to give you a lot of mana. If you want a lot of mana, you go to this Firefly tree. I'm gonna visit this area just to show you what I'm talking about. So this is the Firefly tree area. And when you see around it, there are high-level mana resource nodes in Zone 1. You can take advantage of this kind of behavior in the game. Just see which type of resources are located near the wonder, and then you go gather from there. Having a farm account in Call of Dragons can be very exhausting because you have to manage it almost the same way you manage your main account. For your farm account, you should build it and send it all the way up to level 22 if you can. But that's going to be very difficult. That's going to take some time. So your main goal is to try and get your farm account to level 17. When you started in Season 1, try and get it to level 11. That way you have 3 Legion Q. You can gather 3 times. And then push your farm account to level 17. At level 17, it's going to give you 4 Legion Qs, meaning you have 4 characters gathering on the map. Now to manage your farm account, you can simply visit your farm account maybe once or twice a day. Just send out the gatherers, let them gather, and then you come back later. Like I said before, you should make sure your farm account is in a farm alliance. That way you don't get attacked. And also start with the Wilderbeck faction and get Bakar right away and start upgrading him to get him to a stronger level and push all the enemies away. All you have to do is just visit your farm account maybe once or twice a day, and then always keep training the workhorses. You're gonna need the workhorses to gather resources on the map. Those are some tips and tricks of managing your farm account. Now you can try something else as well. When you work on your farm account, you can use the 8-hour enhanced gathering if you think you're gonna be logging into your farm quite often. This is gonna help you gather a lot more, a little bit faster. You can also boost the resource production of your farm account. I don't know if that's gonna help a lot, but it can add up and give you a lot of resources. So basically you send your farm account first to level 11, and then you push it all the way up to level 17 and get the 4 research queues. And then when you keep on developing it, you gotta push it to level 22. I can tell you a good path that you can use right away. For Season 1, you're gonna use the first method to create a farm account, and that is creating a second email. Let your farm account stop at level maybe 11 for the 3 research queues, or push it to level 17 and gather for Season 1. And then when you enter Season 2, you go to your Auguston, you see the servers that are merging into the same season. You will see all the servers here. Make sure you create another farm account in a server that's gonna merge. That way you don't get to change your email every time to log in the game. You just remain on the same email. And that's pretty much it for the farm account in Call of Dragons. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more content, turn on the bell notification and never miss out. Until then, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.